Previously on Search for Hurt.
What if I could compete in a range of different events to see how they stack up against each other and find out which one hurts the most? I'm going to rope in some of Australia's best athletes and coaches to help me. We'll train with them to get their tips and thoughts on pushing themselves to the limit. What is the human body capable of? And how much can it endure? I'm Matt Murphy. Let's go search for Hurt.
I think that's what you call the hurt box.
The Search for Hurt journey has been exciting so far. It started off with an obstacle race to get Matt's wife Elise interested in his crazy idea.
I love fitness, so yeah, I'm in.
It seemed to have worked because since then, Search for Hurt has done 2 more obstacle races. Train with 2 CrossFit champions. 2 days of mountain biking. Some bizarre workouts. And 2 footy codes, AFL and Union. And now we're back at Matt's hometown on the central coast of New South Wales for yet another footy code. It's skills and fitness with the A-League champions, the Central Coast Mariners.
Central Coast Mariners, bit of A-League action.
With no delay, as usual, Matt's thrown into the gym for some warm-up.
The boys are in the gym every day before training. A little bit of technique with a little bit of power work tapped onto the end of it. So everything we do is related to powerful events and repeating their power, and that's what they're trying to achieve today.
After a light weight session to prepare the body and a chance to meet the team, it's time to throw on the boots for Matt to showcase if he has any ball skills.
You've probably worked out that Matty's not trying to take your contract today. He's going to be joining in bits of the session. It'll be interesting to see what a triathlete bum from the beach can do with a soccer ball. So we'll see.
I don't think you'll be very impressed.
All right. Sure.
The warm-up drills that the soccer guys use, especially at this level, are really specific to, obviously their sport. It's what you got to do to make sure that you're not going to get injured once they actually start some ball work. Just being thrown in with the guys that do these specific warm-up drills every day, or if not every day, at least a few times a week. So to be able to try to keep up and not look stupid can be kind of tough sometimes. Just trying to get my head around it. I feel like I kind of got the hang of it.
I don't think he's got a career here.
Maybe not.
Okay, we go one at a time. Sprint out, turn. When we turn, we're going to get a ball knocked at us. Touch, pass, sprint back to the line, sprint out. Turn, you get another ball knocked at you. Touch, pass, sprint home. Got it? One at a time.
Yeah, kinda. I'll just go last. So here's a tip for everyone out there. When you don't quite know what you're doing, just copy everyone else until you find your own rhythm.
Stop, push. Come on. Push hard. Turn and push all the way home. Let's go. We're going to shorten the rest up a little bit, second round. Come on, Matty, push. Go on, touch, coach, touch. Let's go. Push. Down. Let's go. Get off, good quality, come on, always. Right to the end. Push. Good boys, grab a drink.
It's tough, Clarky.
After the break, we're going to do
some running. We'll do some more running. Then some more.
and the team pack up and head down to Marysville, Victoria for a triathlon that involves a run, bike and ski over 157 kilometres. Matt's joined in a session with the A-League champions, the Central Coast Mariners, and it's been a good challenge for Matt as he's found himself out of his element.
Do some running, we'll do some more running, then some more, and then some more. Go, come on, sprint! Come on! I'm just trying to hurt Matty, to be honest. Come on! Come on, push! Push!
The ball works hard. Ball works tough. So uncoordinated. Didn't want to embarrass myself too much, but I probably did.
Yeah, I think the fitness for football is very specific, and until you get the chance to actually experience it, you don't realise how different the physiological requirements are for a footballer compared to other people.
Just sprint after sprint, you know, running a kilometre straight, it's a threshold or a little bit above. It's not that hard, but when you sprint, everything you got, and when some guy's charging you out the way, it only takes a shoulder width difference. You feel faster and you got the ball.
That's right, yeah, and I think like you've hit the nail on the head. The ability to repeat power to the last minute of the game is fitness for football. And then you add all the technical components, you know, it's
as we saw with my ball skills.
Contact! Unlucky!
Oh my God. The guys at home definitely need to, you know, when they watch a game, you got no idea how fast they get to the ball. Like,
yeah.
I was getting left for dead on those sprints, let alone when it's a, you know, do or die situation. I'd get beaten by even more.
Yeah, and like that's the game. Like if you get a metre, you've scored a goal. If you miss a metre, you know, you've missed a tackle, or you haven't received possession where you can face forward. So that's the whole game as far as fitness requirements are.
Well, remember guys, keep an eye on the A-League and the Mariners, and thanks for having us.
Thanks, Matty.
Cool, thanks, man. All right, let's see who can juggle it the longest. Let's go. I've got to get it up first.
That's 3 footy codes under his belt. Now it's time for Search4Hurt to do another event. So Matt and Elise pack their bags and head to Victoria again to an amazing and historic place. It's the Marysville to Melbourne Triathlon. It's an ambitious challenge involving a run, bike and ski over a grueling 157 kilometres from the start of the main street of Marysville to the centre of Melbourne.
Marysville was just such a gorgeous place. You know, for a region that got devastated by bushfires not that long ago, it was just looking beautiful, and, you know, yeah, we were honoured to race there.
Matt attempts to shake some pre-race nerves by preoccupying himself any way he can.
The longest race that I've ever done, and yeah, it should be yeah, I don't know, just, yeah, scary, I guess. So, looking forward to it, but it's a long day out, you know, and because it's unexpected, I don't really know, you know, a lot of the things. Maybe, you know, I'm not prepared enough, I wouldn't have a clue.
As night comes, the temperature drops, and Matt and Elise decide to get an early night for the big day ahead.
So we start at 6:30 with a 19-kilometre run, and then a
50k ride.
50k ride, and then as soon as we finish the 50k ride, we've just got to hop off our bikes, I don't know why, and then a 40k ride straight away, and then a 14k run, then pretty much a straight 30-kilometre paddle.
So hoping for 8 to 9 hours.
9 hours probably.
5:30 a.m. wake up, and the temperature has certainly dropped.
Start of what's going to be a pretty long day, I think. Fair bit of rain overnight.
Matt Murphy from the Search4Hurt. How are you feeling this morning? Your first at Marysville to Melbourne, and your first at this distance, 150 odd kilometres.
Yeah, it's a little bit nerve-wracking. You can feel the tension in the air. I think there's a few, unexpected things coming our way, don't you worry. So I dare say the running will be all right, but the riding's going to just be, it'll be tough today, I'd say.
Okay, strongest leg today?
Oh, the run. Yeah, the run. So if I'm way behind in the run, you just look and know, oh, Matty's in a world of hurt.
Well, that's the point, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly, mate. Yeah.
And weakest leg?
20 seconds. Gun goes, and all sweet. Pace is good. It's a really rolly course. Probably a bit more up in the first half of it than I expected, but I felt really strong.
So they just left, 6:30 in the morning. We've got to get back to the car and try and get to the first transition before him.
The race is underway. Elise and the crew are off to the bike transition where they'll meet Matt.
Arrived at the first transition area. This is where Matt will have finished his 19k run, and where he gets on the bike for the first time.
Early into the race, Matt spotted ahead of the pack.
I saw the guy that came through first, and I recognised him because I thought that's the guy that Matt beat at Tough Mudder. And then more and more people started coming through, and I'm so used to seeing Matt at the, pointy end of the field.
We're here to support our dads. There has been 2 runners came through, but we haven't seen any more.
That's when I started to think maybe something wasn't right.
When we come back, we meet Matt at the bike transition, but not as we expected to see him.
Probably got a chainsaw in there and cut it off if you want.
We're at the beautiful town of Marysville, which is the start of the Marysville to Melbourne race involving a run, bike and ski. Elise is at the first transition area, waiting for Matt to jump on his bike. But something isn't right.
And then more and more people started coming through, and I'm so used to seeing Matt at the, pointy end of the field that's when I started to think maybe something wasn't right.
Elise had every reason to trust her suspicion that something wasn't right. Well behind the race leaders, Matt limps around the corner toward the bike change.
He's absolutely blown, eh? Pretty annoying. I don't even know if it's worth getting going. I think I've done some real damage. I just don't know what to do. I couldn't make the second run, I can tell you now. Yeah, I'll just go see Elise. I think, just maybe turn the camera off for a while. Oh, the pain. My knee had been niggling a little bit over the past 3 or 4 weeks. I'd lightened the training load back a bit, and Elise had been looking after me a lot with massage. With about only 3 kilometres to go in the run, it was just I couldn't even straighten my leg out. It was just insane. Can you call her?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, well done.
Elise.
exactly right.
Matt's
Okay.
behind you, his knee's blown out.
Oh. just hurt so bad.
After only his second did not finish of his life, Matt has to make some calls to work out some options and organise getting home for treatment.
Yeah, have to go see something.
Normally with any injury, he's so tough, he just pushes through. So for him to stop, it's just got to be, yeah, so painful. And it went at about 13, 14k, so, you know, he limped here and 3 or 4 kilometres, which would have just been absolutely horrible, so.
Alright, sorry mate. See ya. Yeah, he just said to try to get scans this week, but try to get something done to it, see what's going on. But this is by far the worst it's ever been. It'd be the worst pain that I've had in any injury, but we've got to keep pushing on, and I've just got to find a way to get the knee better so that we can keep smashing out the series. I can get some ice on it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's by far the worst it's ever been. Oh. Thanks. Knee, started hurting about, from the beginning, but it was just like a 1 out of 10, and then a 2 out of 10, and then at about 6k it was a 3 or 4 out of 10, and then 10k it was about a 5, and then 13k I remember seeing the photographer lady and asking how far to go, and she said 6k to go, and it was about a 6 or a 7, and then down one of the hills, it just went to about a 9 or a 10. It was just killing, and it was so annoying because I was not gonna, go that good on the bike leg, but I was right up there on the run, and then just guys was going 1, 2, and then I just had to walk the rest of the trip, and I was thinking, I'll be able to ride, and then yeah, just thinking of the future, you just can't, because now it is just so sore to keep doing any events or any training. It needs to be sorted out because it's just killing. I don't know what it is. Do you know what it might be? It feels bad. It's just so disappointing, yeah.
After the break, we find out what's really wrong with Matt's leg. Is it game over for Matt, or can he bounce back? Only on the first leg of the Marysville to Melbourne triathlon, Matt has suffered massive pain around his knee and was forced to limp it to the first transition area, and now is left to find a way to get it fixed and quick.
Have to go see someone,
So the team head back home, but still needs to seek a professional opinion on his knee because any long-distance running renders his leg useless, and Search4Hurt still has big plans.
Get you to lay down, man. Let's have a look at this knee.
Dr. King takes his time looking at Matt's knee and sees an all-too-familiar problem.
If you've got ITB friction syndrome from increased running, there's some thickening on the ultrasound. The ITB comes down from the lateral hip. It rubs over the outside of the knee, the lateral femoral condyle, before attaching lower down to the tibia. So it's this friction that occurs.
As suspected, Matt has ITB friction syndrome. It's a recurrence of the injury that occurred during his last 2 endurance events.
Good news. Bad news.
But you're also still supposed to do an ultramarathon in 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's the issue, isn't it?
What are you going
to run 100k in 3 weeks.
What race is this?
Is amused at Matt's ambition to compete in a 100-kilometre race. Time to inject a steroid into his knee to speed up the healing, to keep this show on the road.
Oh, you can see the needle. Oh, yeah, you just keep moving around.
Okay, Matt, what's the verdict?
Can't feel a thing. Yeah.
So that is the spot.
Yeah.
and excited to play.
Cool, mate. Thanks, man. And thanks for not hurting you too much.
Good.
Dr. King's injection into Matt's knee has seemed to have done the trick.
Yeah, so it didn't hurt too much. I was surprised the local anaesthetic hurt.
Very brave. I'm going to kiss the cameras.
Yeah.
But with Matt under orders to take it easy for the next few weeks, he and Elise decide to use the time for a little family visit.
You know, my sister suggested to do a half marathon out at Noons, tiny little town that's absolutely beautiful, and you still need to, still want to be getting out and getting something done, so...
After a 4-hour drive, Matt and Elise finally arrive in Bathurst in the New South Wales Central Tablelands, where Matt's sister Tanya and her family lives.
As soon as we get in the door, there's no catch-up, no chit-chat. It's straight into race preparation and how they were going to get through this with the least amount of pain possible.
Yeah, the marathon field starts early, so give them 3 hours, because they're saying a 6:15 marathon. And 21's meant to be, the last 21, ridiculously hard.
Matt gets to spend some quality time with the family, and after being idle for a month, it doesn't take long for the competitive juices to return. Unfortunately for the others, it involved a soccer ball and a moving target.
I think he started showing talent the day that he mouthed off at Mum, and Mum chased him across the paddock and around the dam. Mum almost caught him until Mum fell in the dam and Matt kept running. So I think he realised from there that he might have had some running potential.
Is there anything on my face?
I think that this race this weekend, it's amazing that he's coming to do it with me, but I'm certainly not going to push him. You're right, so you're only doing the 21 marathon because of your knee?
Yeah, it's just, maybe walking it, but even on the last weekend it's just so sore.
Yeah.
It's not sore generally, but just continuous running, it just kills me.
If Matt doesn't finish tomorrow, well, that's okay, because there's a group of us there, but for some other things that are coming up, if he doesn't finish, you guys don't have Search4Hurt, so yeah, it's pretty important.
Next time on Search4Hurt, Matt decides to ease back into the hurt with a stunning half marathon that takes competitors through a tunnel full of glowworms.
The glowworms are pretty cool, eh? You can see them.
Then it's off to a tough bloke challenge with a difference, as we attempt to slow Matt down by tying him and Elise to 5 of the show's biggest fans before taking on the challenging obstacle course. Then the team head back for more sunshine on the Gold Coast, where we hit the courts for a session with the national men's basketball squad, the Aussie Boomers.